What was your favorite nickname?
The Big Homo.
Big Homo.
Yeah, the Big Homo. I don't know the whole story, but I know as Wiener does, he gives a lot of people their nicknames, and I'm not sure, you know, he can call a guy that's over 6'4" or what have you, and played internationally for Canada, and you walk in the room and I think I'm just that nickname. I was maybe 20, and I'm walking around calling this guy a homo. And
who is that?
Tony Scott.
Nicknames. Well, I had the pleasure of being coached by Wiener, Aber, and Mel for a couple of years, and that's when all the nicknames came through our girls team. But I don't know, I still go to Stumpy for Lauren. I don't know, not many people might know her name. But yeah, I don't know, like, there's just too many. But I don't know, Wiener himself is he's just a body.
Oh, nicknames. Again, I think that the idea of a nickname is really cool. I couldn't pick one off the top of my head because I really like knowing their origins, and I don't know where people's nicknames come from. So, and I asked Gary, and he couldn't help me come up with one either. So I think the idea of having a nickname is really cool, and it's a neat part of rugby. It's a neat part of the community because it helps you feel involved. And the fact that we do give out nicknames or people have them, it's just a neat sort of aspect to feeling comfortable and being a Capilano.
Which player had the best nickname in your opinion?
We said the question should really be who was the greatest nicknamer. Okay, not nicknames, the greatest nicknamer.
And I like that idea, the best nicknamer, but there's no question about that. It's Dean Massey, AKA the self-named Big Wiener.
I think my personal favorite has to be Lumpy. Like, to have it as a fellow front rower, to have a nickname that just embodies everything that it is to be a front rower, and to have it tie in quite well with his last name. I mean, when you think about Lumpy, you know, you say, who's Chris?
I mean, for me, I guess there's no in particular name that stands out, but there was one scenario where Sean Wilson tried to give somebody a nickname. He's like, what's the worst nickname I can think of? He's like, Chainmail. So then everybody started calling Sean Chainmail.
I think it's Wiener, because he gave it to himself, and it doesn't really signify the Big Wiener.
Which player had the best nickname in your opinion?
Oh, that was a tough one, but Big Daddy. I mean, that guy, I don't know, I was grade 10 when I came down to the club, and I'd heard about him from Brock and Julio, about this guy, he's the president of the club, and those guys had these stories, and as soon as you met him, you're like, yes, that's a fitting nickname, Big Daddy. So that was pretty funny.
I guess if I'm really pressed and I had to come up with one, I think it's pretty hard to beat Musclehead.
Yeah, and I'd like to add Tripod. I think that, to me, that's a classic.
Best nickname. Best nickname, lots of good nicknames. Common theme, they're not very flattering, but best nickname for me is the man from Squamish, and that would be Jamie Cudmore, and that would be Cuddles, given to him by Roger Hatch. And obviously that's due to the irony involved there.
I would say Stumpy or Jakey. I mean, does anyone really know their real first name? So.
Which player had the best nickname in your eyes?
That's a tough one. There's a couple, like there's a lot of like random, like FUBU showed up out of nowhere for like a year or two. There's a couple other beauties that, you know, you kind of don't remember, but Shitrock was one of my favorite. Dan Kitty came from Gibson's kind of with Lumpy when those guys all came over, and he was a bit of a beauty. Went on a couple trips with him, and just Shitrock fit him pretty much perfectly.
Obviously homo, but you know, the neck, and they earned it. The Wops, because I had to prop I go against those guys every Thursday. As I was getting older, they were getting younger. They were the top guys, and they were hard as nails. So the Dakota's boys, you know, we nicknamed the Wops. That's between us, but
And everybody in the room.
hard as hell. And you know, there was guys like Gilnet and Hard Rock, guys we didn't know, but they had a shirt on, and we go, well, Christ, what the hell is that? Might as well give him a nickname. And you know, we had Walmart, you know, Peter Brampton, we had Melrose. I mean, these just came, and guys were coming in. We go, oh, what the heck? Let's give him a nickname, right? So it was fun that way. And a lot of them stuck, a lot of them didn't.
What about nicknames that you thought were very fitting? Like ones that you perhaps didn't give somebody, but when you saw them, you're like, okay, that makes sense.
You know, Stormy, Tyson, you know, those guys, you know, top guys, great guys to play with, and they made a big difference to the Capilanos. And Stormy was, you know, that guy brought the storm. So if you're talking a guy with a great nickname, every time he walked on that field, he brought a storm above him.